All right. Episode 52. The Real Estate Tailgate. Another heat wave is upon us.
Let's do it. What's up, David Underwood?
What's up, Mike Mitchell?
Middle of summer, middle of July.
Yeah.
All-Star break.
Baseball
right?
All-Star break. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yep, today is Monday.
Home Run Derby. Home Run Derby's tonight.
Yep, you got that right. We actually just finished losing a series. It's the Tigers yesterday after we were jamming for a while. Should have known.
I know, but man, Thursday they kicked the Phillies' ass. That was like one of the few games I watched the whole game.
Oh, did you really?
Oh man, their bats just came alive.
Well, they were alive.
Yeah.
They were alive for, I think I sent out that text to you, Doc. How are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you.
Then I sent you a text about something about baseball, and I said, well, they're hot right now.
Yeah.
Should have known as soon as I said they're hot.
Thanks for the jinx.
Well, they were, though. I think they won. They ended up winning with that last game that they won against the Phillies. They were like 9 of 10 that they won.
Yeah.
Something like that. And then they just lost the last two, and then now it's the break.
I almost went to the game yesterday. I was looking on Game Time app for seats. There's some pretty good deals on seats. And I was like this close to pull the trigger, and I ended up not doing it. Then I looked at the score later. I'm like, well, I guess I made the right decision.
Yeah. Well,
It was just, I don't know, I had nothing going on yesterday, and I thought maybe it'd be a good day to go to the ball game, but it was hot. And the seats I was looking at, full sun. So
Oh, yeah.
that's all right for me. But
You love the heat, man.
I love the sun, love the heat, love summer, love July.
So you're going to love this heat wave that we're about to endure.
Yep, another
again.
heat. I think we either came off or was going into a heat wave when we taped last.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have another heat wave this week.
Like a heat wave. Sing it.
That's right.
Let's do a little karaoke jam session.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so anyways, in regards to the Tigers, because we're on the break, I know everyone pays attention to this. They just had their draft, right? The MLB draft.
Yeah?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy that baseball is a huge sport, as well as hockey and basketball and everything. But I think, for some reason, more people pay attention more to, unless you're like a baseball, nut. Most people pay more attention to the football draft and the basketball draft.
Football draft definitely is the king.
Yeah. Football draft for sure.
Yeah, football.
NFL,
and the basketball, they televise that as well.
NFL's king, though, in everything, right?
The baseball draft, though. I didn't know this until I just heard this, but do you know how many rounds of baseball in the baseball draft they have? 20.
20?
Well, think about how many players you have. On your roster, you got probably a dozen or more pictures alone, right?
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out a young man I've known since he was a baby. I haven't seen him in quite a while, but friends with his family. We were all soccer people together when our kids were in soccer. He just got Bryan Carney. Congratulations. Drafted by the Houston Astros.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I was like, wow, that is cool. So,
yeah.
Always cool when someone local,
cool.
someone that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So his family's still here locally.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, yeah, big congrats to him. I guess the guy that we drafted in the first round, I just heard this. I don't know anything about him, but is a right-handed pitcher. Cameron Flukie, I think his name is. I know he pitched in the College World Series. I think his team lost or whatever. But, these prospects, I guess that's the first time, I heard that it was the first time we drafted a pitcher in the first round since we drafted Jackson Jobe. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is the game that we went to, remember? The game that we went to, Jackson Jobe started that game, and he had to come out of the game.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And he hasn't played since.
Yeah, that seemed like forever ago, but it was only
It was only
June? No, end of May. Last
End of
week
May,
of May,
yeah.
right?
Yep.
End of May, yeah.
Like
So-
end of May. Like
So
May
we
30th.
were there when he came out, and that's when they
forgot
found
about
out that he was going to be out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
He needed Tommy Johns.
Huh.
So, yeah, and he was the last pitcher that we drafted in the first round, and I think that was like in 2021. So, these baseball players, man, when they get them, sometimes it takes a while for them to develop and get up to the big league,
Yeah.
So
we haven't heard that name. That's just it. I mean, I think we've known for getting pitching.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking about this the other day because I saw that interview on Justin Verlander.
I was just going
Verlander.
to say, speaking of pitchers,
Yeah.
did Mitchell Thomas manifest Justin Verlander's retirement?
Yeah. He did, man.
The last episode, I was mistaken. I read some freaking AI nonsense on the web somewhere and, that he was retired. And you guys gave it to me. And I swear, I think it was later that day also. It's his retirement at the end of the year. End of the season. Not right away. He's going to finish the season. But
Yeah.
I was like, oh, was that another Mitchell Thomas?
It was really. I mean, he's still recovering from his last injury.
Yeah.
And he
but-
probably, what he's hoping he can get out and be able to at least pitch some. And I know what his real hope is, and I think everyone's hope is that, maybe we can end the season strong and put him in, even if he's not in the regular rotation.
Yeah.
No matter what he does. I mean, I would
I'd
just
love
like
to see him in the bullpen as a closer.
I was going to say, I would just love to see him come out of the bullpen. Just
Come
to
out
see
in the
him.
ninth inning throwing
I know.
smoke. Right?
Yeah.
But he's going to be, they call it like a legend.
Yes,
He's going
in
to be
the
at the
All-Star game,
All-Star game.
yeah.
Obviously not going to play, right? Because he's got an injury.
Yeah.
so.
He's not. Yeah, they're just going to give him some props or something. I don't
Kevin
know.
McGonical's in
Yep.
rookie year.
I think
in
we've
the
got
All-Star game.
3.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing player.
Man, that
Yeah.
dude is a stud. Hey, we called that at the begining of the year. I mean, I think a lot of people did, but
yeah,
He's the real deal.
he's on fire.
he is definitely the real deal, man. And he's, wow. I mean, other players need to.
And then who else? Dylan Dingler, right? He made the All-Star game? I
Dingler
believe,
and
yeah.
then Riley Green, I believe. I think those are our
Did
3
Dingler get in?
All-Stars.
Riley Green did. Did Dingler
Yep.
get into?
I think Dingler did too. I think those are our 3 All-Stars.
Okay.
Dingler,
And then 4
Green.
with Verlander's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we're still.
I don't know when they start that Legends. I don't remember them ever.
I don't know either, man.
I don't really watch the baseball All-Star game anymore. It's weird. I don't know why. Like when I was a kid, it was a big deal.
Well, yeah. When I was a
It was
kid
a
too.
big deal, man.
'Cause
We
I
used to-
played a lot of Little League.
Like the All-Star games on, we'd get like snacks and you know
Yeah.
the whole family would sit down and watch it, and it was a big deal. Now I don't really pay that much attention.
I think
to it.
it's that way with all the sports and all the
baseball
All-Star
had
games. It
baseball
used
always
to be.
had the best All-Star game out of all of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And then
I enjoyed
they,
the NBA Slam Dunk contest, but the game itself was always the baseball All-Star game was better.
Yeah.
The NFL was the worst, right? Flag football basically.
well, now it's flag football, right? But I mean, it used to be just because it was an event. You got to remember
Yeah.
this was before the internet.
And I liked when the NFL went to
And-
Honolulu too for it.
Well, but that's
Now
what I
it's a
mean.
different place all the
that
time.
was when you had 3 channels on the TV, and you didn't have all the streaming and recording as much and everything else, and it was an event, so you had to like watch it. You know what I mean? You had to watch it then when it happened. So yeah, it was a big deal. All those games were a big deal at one time, man. Man, do have things changed? But that's the world we live in. So yeah, shout out to our All-Star Tigers.
So the Tigers are what? I just had their record pulled up. 44-52, 6.5 games going back at the All-Star break.
Yeah, and
6.5 games back at the All-Star break.
alls I
They
know,
were on a run, man. They were hot.
Well, yeah,
These
this
last 2 losses kind of fizzled us out. So let's see how they come back after the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Can they do it? Can we get back in?
anything's possible.
They were on fire. They were on fire for a minute there.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
but that's kind of the way baseball is. I don't want to sound like a negative Nelly, but I'm going
Here he
to.
comes. There he is.
Just a stat that I heard.
I don't want to sound like a negative Nelly, but I'm going to.
Here we go.
It's a stat I heard that I never really knew before, but I just heard a stat. If I heard it correctly, I thought they said that no one's ever made the playoffs being below 500.
Ooh.
Now, don't get me
I
wrong.
I thought there was one team that did. I thought I heard one team.
Well, maybe
there was some stat I heard on the radio too.
Yeah, anything's possible, but
it was a long time ago.
And you know our whole division, the whole American League really is just weak this year. So anything's possible. This might be the year where we maybe make the playoffs and be under 500. But
is Scooble going to be here? Well, we got like 6 more days to the trade deadline.
Is it only 6 days?
Something like that.
I think we have until August, don't we? I'm not sure.
No, I thought it was less than that already.
It might be. I think I sent you a text, Doc, when we were talking that baseball stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember reading that, but in my opinion, I thought he'd be gone like right before or right after the All-Star game. And especially now.
It is August 3rd.
Yeah, you said on.
So that'd be like 16
Yeah, I sent some long text when you were.
Yeah, when it was about JV, and then you said, "Oh, by the way, I believe Tarek Skubal will no longer be a Tiger soon, probably before the season starts up again after the All-Star break."
Yeah, and I just heard a comment that he made after the game yesterday or something like that. Because he pitched yesterday.
Yes.
So he made a comment. And some people didn't pay attention to the entire comment. He made a comment saying that he wants to stay in Detroit. He doesn't want to be traded.
Well, here's the thing: then sign a contract.
No, wait a second. But
right?
but that was only part of the statement. What he said was, "I really want to stay in Detroit. I don't want to be traded because I think we can win this year." So he's basically saying he doesn't want to be traded this year.
Yeah.
But he's not saying that he wants to stay a Tiger. And to me, and you'll probably hear buzz about this, that's all the more reason to trade him. Because with everything that's been going on, those people that follow what's been going on and who he has for an agent, it's just going to be better to trade him so we get something for him. Because if we don't trade him, we're just basically going to let him walk. We ain't going to get
time will
jack.
tell.
Yeah.
I just say no. Even if we're going to try and win, I say I feel we should trade him. That's my opinion, and I think we will. Don't get me wrong. I loved Scoobo, man.
Here's a question for you. Talking about pitchers, I was thinking about the other day. I was pondering this. I want your thoughts. Are we ever going to see another no-hitter again? I don't think you're ever going to see one.
Yeah, because the
new baseball.
Yeah, they limit. Yeah,
baseball. They don't like.
They hardly even pitch a full game anymore.
No, never. Like I don't. I'm like, are we ever going to see a no hitter again? I don't. Well, I feel like it's a thing of the past now.
Yeah, it's the new. You know what the new thing is the combined no hitter.
Yay! Not the same. I like the no hitter.
I know it's
I like
not
the perfect game. The perfect game.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, man, that would be amazing when those games would the few that happened. Man, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say one word or one name.
Galarraga. I watched that game. I remember watching that game.
Same here.
Because I think someone texted me, "Hey, Galarraga's got a no in the 6th," and I tuned in right away.
I think they did like a documentary on that whole thing or whatever on him. I have to look that up because I never watched
Craziest thing
it.
ever. I'll never forget that game.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it? Wow. So anyway,
but yeah, no, I don't know if we're ever going to see one. Honestly, what do you guys think? You might not, right? With the
I
new
don't
baseball.
think so, man.
Yeah.
Even some of your top pitchers that are either just retired or on their way out. I mean, and JV's one of them, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking about it too, because I was thinking about JV and a couple of he had a couple no hitters. I remember the one no hitter was a weird one with all those birds flying around the stadium. It was kind of weird. It's like, what's going on? He's throwing a no hitter and there's all these birds all over the outfield.
Multiple Cy Young winners.
Yeah.
No hitters. I think I heard a stat yesterday or the day before that he's like number 8, maybe like number 8 on the strikeout list,
Really?
or something like that. and he's only got like 15 away to be number 7. I think that's why he wants to continue pitching. He wants to move up. I think it's the strikeout list.
And the wins too, but the wins he's quite a ways away from. And I actually saw him in an interview, and he said he kind of wanted the win total, but he said
that might be the win total.
He said with the new baseball, and it's harder to get wins for the pitcher, and So he said he's not really going to chase it. I kind of respect that he came up. He's like, he wanted to play, he wanted to keep going. He loves the game, but he's like, it's time. Like my body's telling me.
And he still wants to play this year if he can.
Yeah,
but that's just it. He's got.
I kind of respect his decision, and he came out. I mean, JV's a good dude, man. He's a good dude for sure.
Yeah, he's a great dude, and it's. I think a lot of people were sad. Some were upset when he left. And he made some noise while he was gone too, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
But he came back.
He came back.
I mean, he wanted to come back.
And that's the other like kind of somewhat heartbreaking thing for me, because I remember him being on the roster when he first came to the Tigers. Like I remember
when he was a rookie.
Yeah, like I was in my 20s. So I was like this like fresh young adult, and then seeing him just progress and evolve, and then he leaves. Which I couldn't completely fault him, but still it hurt. But then for him to come back, it's like and then now all of a sudden it's like this injury happens. It's like you know what I mean? Like it's just it's just
and we know Doc. We know that you're not a fan of his wife either.
You're not?
No, he's joking.
I didn't know. I was like, I never know what Walter. He's got so many people on his list.
I will say, normally I am not into blondes, but I'll make an exception for Kate.
Yeah. Well, hey, I think he did good. I mean, yeah. I think
yes, he did.
Yeah. So yeah. I guess we'll ride out the season with JV and see how things play in regards to that. Did you figure out how long before the first football game, Mike? Or
well, I mean, I don't have the exact countdown, but the Tigers is September 14th. The Lions, September 14th
is their first game.
It's their first game.
So the home opener will be the Thursday before that, which will be what?
So tomorrow actually is going to be July. Well, the date that we're taping today is the 13th. So tomorrow will be July 14th. So that'll be 2 months away.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's
less than 2 months, say, for the opening game of the NFL.
Yeah,
because they always open on a Thursday.
Ooh.
So training camp starts soon. Can't wait. I'm ready, man. I'm ready for some football.
Yeah, and
it's kind of going to get really slow here. And if the Tigers don't keep getting hot, there's going to be like not a lot going on until football, right? Like sports-wise, it's going to be a little lull.
Yeah, because the Pistons are obviously done.
Well, and you guys don't keep up with the Big Three basketball, Ice Cube's league. I brought it up in previous years.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, Big Three is playing. The Detroit Amps suck this year, but other than that, I've caught some bits and pieces of it. I just thought I'd throw that out there, shout out, because they were here in Detroit. I can't think if they did it the same way, but I think they like travel to different cities, and they have like a whole like games throughout the day. And they were in Detroit maybe a couple weeks ago, because I think they play like once a week.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Yep, the 3-on-3 basketball.
Yeah,
with retired players or players that used to play like overseas and whatnot, and like the coaches. Like our coach is actually, I think our coach or manager is Rick Mahorn.
Oh, really?
Yep, for the Detroit Amps, and the GM the GM is George Gervin, the Iceman. But it's just one of those things. I'm not a basketball head, but I do like to watch some competitive basketball when there's nothing else on, and
Right.
I always catch it
Soon enough.
either Saturday
College
or Sundays.
football and NFL coming soon.
Yes.
Yeah, football's coming soon. And since you brought up
Yeah,
college,
I want to know
football-
what your news is.
Well,
I think I know.
Yeah. This just
Professor was teasing me with something Notre Dame,
Well,
but he wouldn't tell me what. I'm like, what?
It's not really news, and I'm not one of these college football, guru heads or whatever, elite that keeps up with all this stuff. But I heard something the other day, like 2 days ago, that I thought was like extremely interesting. So, do you guys, I know you guys know who this is. Do you remember the bus?
Yes, Jerome Bettis, Notre Dame,
Jerome?
Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes.
Yes, that's right. He played for Notre Dame before
Absolutely.
and played for the Steelers, right?
Yep.
And he's also in the what?
With the Hall of Fame.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
He's also a Detroiter.
He's also a Detroiter.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
played for, I can't remember what high school he played for, but yes.
Yeah. Well, good old Notre Dame is going to have a new rookie this year by the name of
Oh, yeah.
Jerome Bettis Jr., wide receiver.
Yeah, I did hear that. Okay. I was like trying to figure out what you were talking about. I'm like,
Wide.
Okay.
that's not where I thought you were going, but okay.
Yeah, and he's, if you think of the bus, we know what the bus looks like.
Do you know who he is,
He's big
Walter?
and stocky.
He was a big, stocky running back.
Oh, yeah.
And he would run between the tackles, and you kind of wouldn't see him. He'd get lost in the line, and all of a sudden just break out like a bus going down the field. It's just like plowing down. He was a great running back.
Yeah.
One of the all-time great Notre Dame running backs.
Yeah.
And good dude, all around good dude. But yeah, his son, Jerome Jr., is going to be a wide receiver, a rookie, part of the wide receiving core.
Yeah.
Another weapon for my boy C.J. Carr.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting, but there's a part two to the interesting.
I still think it's interesting that C.J. Carr is playing for Notre Dame and not Michigan. But
Yeah, that is pretty wild.
yeah.
And and I'm expecting big things from him this year.
So am I.
Last year was his rookie year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. And here's another thing, and this is making Notre Dame look even scarier. Are you familiar with someone by the name of Larry Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe, this year.
Yes.
One of the best wide
Fitz.
receivers ever, in my opinion. Larry Fitzgerald has a son.
Junior.
It's not a junior. I think his name is, I can't remember his first name, but his son is also going to Notre Dame. Another wide receiver, part of the wide receiving core, rookies,
Marcus
freshmen.
Freeman recruiting, man. Marcus Freeman.
You're talking about two Hall of Fame sons, both rookies, being added to Notre Dame, and they're already a powerhouse. That's just what I heard about. I don't even know who else they're bringing in.
Yeah.
But I thought that was interesting, man. You got two going to the same team. Now, Fitzgerald didn't play for Notre Dame. But I just thought that was real interesting that they're both going to be wide receivers. They're both going to be freshmen. Yeah, so we'll see how things pan out. Now, with the NIL.
What I thought you were going to say is that ESPN ranked Marcus Freeman as the fourth best coach in college football.
No, I didn't
That's
hear
what I
that,
thought.
but-
That's what I thought. You're like, I'm sure you heard about it, Mike. That's where I thought you were going with it earlier before we started taping. So,
Yeah,
but good stuff.
number 4. I'm just curious, who are they ranking the top 3?
Yeah, I don't
Do
know.
you
I don't know. No,
Yeah.
that's all I care about is my Irish.
Yeah, I know you do. But I thought that was some interesting news for you, Mitchell Damas. Wow.
Cheer for old Notre Dame.
All right.
All right, moving along. Moving along. Sorry, there's some radio interference with this.
So that's
current episode.
yeah, that's my college interesting tidbit for the day. So I'm giving Notre Dame some props.
I like it.
Because I can't give them a lot of props once the season
National
begins.
championship this year. So last taping, Terrion Arnold we were talking about, and we were waiting his court date, or it was his court date that day, right?
Who that?
Terrion Arnold, the former Lions quarterback. And I think, did we break it here? Did we? I think it did.
Well,
they said they were going to let him practice. He wasn't going to be locked up. He got bond.
Yeah.
While we were taping, but then later that day, 3 hours later, like 4 o'clock, I got the news. Like 4 o'clock, Lions cut him.
Yep.
Yeah,
He gone.
Yeah, that was
And then now, since then, I heard the other day, end of last week, the judge ordered they're not making him wear a tether neither.
Well, that's nice.
Because of his, I know, but because of because of his job, football, so he can practice, try out, whatever. I heard 3 teams are interested in him, but no one signed him as of yet.
That was the last I heard.
Yeah.
I'll
be shocked if he gets signed. I'll be surprised.
Well, I will too, because I just don't see. I mean, it's very rare that the court system moves that quick. And we were in the very beginning. I mean, he just started.
Yeah, and so it'd be a liability, right? A gamble, a liability.
Yeah. Well, and
I mean, even going off, say you're innocent to proven guilty, but still a gamble for a team. Someone could go with them, put them through training camp, plan on them starting, and all of a sudden,
well, they don't want to risk the bad PR.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and that's why.
Well, not even the bad PR. You could, it could backfire him and not get him as a player. Say it was a team that doesn't care about his off-field shenanigan, whatever. Yeah, and that's not even shenanigans, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's a gamble. So.
Yeah, and that's why right now, I mean, in a way, it's kind of smart if the teams really do need someone like that. But I think it's just what we call positioning. They're just positioning. They're just getting it out there in the public so that if by some chance, he gets off the hook, then they can say, "Oh yeah, we were ready to take you right then and there," right? That's just called positioning.
Yeah.
And kudos
it's too bad, man.
Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, it's not like we have enough crap that we're trying to recover from, and I'm mainly talking about some of the injuries and stuff like that,
right,
as far as the Lions go. But yeah, we're definitely going to be talking more about the Lions because as we get closer to the season, there's still some questions in the air, right?
Yeah, no, they're going to get heavy into it next taping because we'll be in the middle of training camp.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go to one training camp for sure, but they all start in August, so but we'll get heavy into it and see what happens, positioning, see where everyone's at, go from there.
Yeah. Give some schedule standings or
predictions.
Yeah, we got to do our predictions next taping.
Predictions next taping, okay.
I already got mine.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I already got mine.
Doesn't sound positive to me.
I'm just saying, I got mine. That's
actually
all.
last year. Didn't he pick more wins?
I was going to say.
He picked more wins than I did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last season.
And that's why he will never pick that many wins again. That was the one chance that Hooper gave a little bit.
It was a weird
he got nothing back in return. So.
It was a weird season last year. Things just didn't go our way.
I know Hooper, man.
It was a weird season.
Yeah.
It was. The last NFL season was just so wonky, so off the wall.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hooper just comes out and says, "Oh, the Lions are disqualified for the season." So anyway,
no, I wouldn't go that extreme.
Well,
forward down the field.
Yes,
so
sir.
I want to just touch a little bit. I know NBA season is over, and I just mentioned the big three. I just kind of did that as a joke, even though it's true. It is going on right now, but the NBA, because Pistons have already made some moves. Summer League, if you're interested, just started. Okori, our number one pick that we not number one, but our first round draft pick that we picked. They've played, I think, 2 games so far, and he's showing his stuff. But it's Summer League. It's like the D League. It's like the minor league. But, he's definitely shown some stuff from what I've seen in the first couple of games. But we've already had some roster changes. I can't remember if we brought this up because I think a lot of these changes happened maybe like right after we taped last. But just as a refresher, Beef Stew is gone.
Yep.
Sasser is gone, and Unk is gone. So just thought I'd throw that out there. We've got some other players, but in my opinion, we really still need that. We need that what? That Robin to the Batman.
The Batman, just like the last episode.
Yep. So, but at least things are looking different, and if anything, we're probably sitting about the same, maybe a little bit better as far as flexibility, and definitely better as far as money that we have available. So, keep your ear to the ground when it comes to the Pistons, because I think a lot of people that follow them real close are really hoping that something still might happen. If not before the season and before the trade deadline next year. But thought I'd throw that out there. And I want to just touch on the World Cup. I know the USA's been knocked out.
We gone.
Yeah.
We gone.
Yeah, we gone. And yeah, it's kind of sad how we went out too. We're not gonna.
I watched that game. They played terrible.
Yeah, I watched that game too, man.
That was a terrible game.
It was a terrible game. It was. Whereas,
well, I mean, it was a terrible game on us. Yeah, on the U.S. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as just like
we got outplayed, man.
Barkley would say it was terrible. It's terrible.
I love Charles Barkley.
But but from what I hear from the soccer elite, the same elite that thought that USA might go further, for what it's worth, from what I hear,
they were just being homers, and that's cool. I mean, you know what was cool about Team USA? It kind of brought the country together, I feel like, for a minute. It did. I saw a lot of, even on social media, a lot of people were kind of coming together.
I think that's true.
Rooting for the team.
Yeah.
Being patriotic. It kind of brought everyone together. There was no arguments for a minute. It was kind of cool. I wish they would have gone farther, because I think it really could have made a huge difference in our country.
Dare I even say it was almost like when the Lions were really starting to make a big impact. But that's
Michigan. You know what I mean? This was the whole country. I felt like it was pretty cool.
I would definitely agree, and I would even go as far to say is I think that was the majority was USA, but I think it was just the World Cup in general, because we talked about a little bit on the last episode. You've got all these fans, from different countries here in the U.S. for a length of time.
Yeah.
And Mitchell Damas brought up the fact of that news about, Boston being, drunk dry of all their Sam Adams, right?
Yeah.
By the Scottish.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have the Norway, right? The Norway team that just got knocked out. They had the big row thing going on. There's just a lot of things they're intermingling with people from America, and I think a lot of people that have had the opportunity to do that, they've enjoyed that. Mm-hmm. So I think that's also added to a lot of the positive spirits around the country. And the World Cup is still going on. We're down to the semifinals, so we got 2 semifinal games going on. Tomorrow is, I believe, Spain versus France.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Wednesday, will be England,
Argentina.
Yeah. Messi. So what I was going to say about the USA elite is that, Messi, this is probably his last World Cup, because he's been in a number of them already. And the thing about it is I was talking before we were taping, I was telling you these World Cup games, man. Like I saw the game the other day, Messi didn't score. I saw the game before when he scored, but he didn't score, but he did a corner kick, so he got an assist because he did this perfect corner kick to one of his teammates, and he headed it in.
Yep.
That was sweet. And there were some other sweet goals, but and then you've got Ronaldo, right, that just got knocked out, and he's probably not going. These guys they're aging out.
Right.
these. So you've got the younger players coming up, and from what I hear, USA has, it's the younger core that's going to come up, and they won't have to worry about these old farts that are, these old farts that have been, in the spotlight for all these years, playing.
Yeah.
They won't be playing against them. But that's just it, man. The World Cup has shown those names, those names do mean something, because those are the guys that have been jamming during the World Cup, that have taken their teams as far as they've gone. So it'll be interesting to see who gets to the finals. For those of you that have been enjoying the World Cup, not just the USA. But so I thought I'd throw that out there. Kudos to the teams that have moved on. And England, I think they've even gotten this far, like, in forever. I want to say it's been like since 1900 or something like that.
1900?
Well, it's been a long time. I might be exaggerating.
As Gen Z says, they call the 90s 1900s.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, want to just shout out to the World Cup as a whole. I think, when it first started in the early rounds, do you remember seeing like some of the media and stuff talking about how empty the stadiums were and stuff like that? I don't know if you heard that stuff, but, those were the early rounds, and then there was a lot of riffraff going on about ticket prices and everything else. But, as the rounds went on, man, I just saw full stadiums.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, so, a lot of people enjoying the World Cup. So I just want to throw that out there.
Cool.
So, real estate.
Real Estate Tailgate.
How's the real estate going for you right now, Mike?
It's going well. How about you?
I think you had a closing today.
I did have a closing this morning.
Well, congrats.
It's July, but I had a great month of June. Things are booming, man. Things are going good. Yeah.
Yep, and things are going well here. I just want to touch on one thing here real quick. I just want to talk a little bit about credit. And the reason, I'm not going to get deep into it, you could talk about credit, like I could give a whole seminar on credit. But there's a lot of misconceptions out there when you go to buy a home, or get ready to buy a home, that you've got to have perfect credit or near perfect credit. That is far, far from the truth. You don't need perfect credit. You just need decent credit.
Good credit, yeah.
You need good credit. And, usually what we're looking for, we just want to at least make sure that you're paying stuff on time, and that you don't have, a bunch of current or recent derogatories. And even
things as little as 30-day lates. I don't think people realize how much damage that does to your credit report.
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to buy a house, like, no, they're not deadbeats or nothing, but maybe they doubled up a bill or whatever. I used to do that when I was young too, but you can't do that now, man, because if they get past 30 days and they report it, that's a hit on your credit,
Yeah.
It's tough.
With that said, though, okay, people can get approved for mortgages sometimes with a 30-day late or a couple 30-day lates. And
I'm just talking trying as a habit,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I want to bring it up. The whole point is that when you get evaluated and your credit get evaluated for a mortgage, it's different than getting a car loan or getting a credit card or a personal loan or an unsecured loan. All those things you're looked at in a different manner.
Correct.
And kudos to people out there that know that they need to fix some things and they try to fix it on their own. But you'd be surprised how many corners you can probably cut if you get with the right person to help you out. And that's why I want to bring it up, because, I've been helping people with their credit for years, especially with first-time buyers to get ready. And most people, their credit is usually better than what they think it is when it comes to a mortgage. I just want to throw that out there. Okay? Your credit is probably better than what you think it is when it comes to getting a mortgage. So don't stall, don't wait. The earlier you get with the professional, if they can't help you, usually they can put you with someone that can help you, because you might think that there's 8 things that need to be repaired or fixed or addressed, and there really only might be 3.
Right. And you can let them know what to pay off, what to do.
Exactly.
You know, what will boost that score up if you need the score to go a little higher to get this.
Yep, because sometimes
And
paying
what do you charge for that, David?
$0.
Nothing. This is free advice from the professor.
Yeah, I mean, I do it as a courtesy.
Yes, I know you do.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this
and
so
we've
long.
done it. I sent people to you, and you're like, in fact, some you're like, I thought it was going to be like a year, and all of a sudden, like 4 months later, you're like, hey, so and so's did everything I asked them to do, and we're ready to go. So here's his approval.
Yeah,
so, yeah. Sometimes it's faster. So, yep.
So that's just what I wanted to bring up today. Is, you know, don't stall, don't wait, and keep in mind there's no obligation. In other words, you know, if you get ready and you don't want to buy, no one's going to make you buy a home right away, right? I mean, but at least you know that you're on the right track and you're ready when you do get ready to buy. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. That's my credit tidbit for the day.
That's a great tidbit. That is a great tidbit.
No problem at all. So how we doing on time, Doc?
Oh, we are just about 45 minutes in. So
Okay, good.
let's make some good time today.
So with that said, I think we should kind of tie this one up. And we've already said, wow, we're getting closer to football season, man. So we're going to start talking.
Can't wait.
We're going to start talking more football. I just noticed, man, you got the Hooper marketing
Ooh,
cap
new
on.
marketing cap,
I do.
yeah.
Is that new?
I've had it. I just
Okay, I just don't know if I've seen it before
yeah,
or not.
yeah,
I've seen your
it's-
shirts.
yeah.
That's a sharp lid.
Logo.
Oh, thank you.
Sharp lid.
Want to give a shout out to the Craft Hut in St. Clair Shores. They're right across from Gilbert's Lodge.
They hooked that up for you, huh?
Yeah, the owner, Lisa, is amazing. I've actually known her since childhood, because her mom and my mom have been best friends for over 40 years.
All right, nice shout.
So-
Support local.
Yeah.
Support local, guys.
Yeah. But so I guess that's it for now. Until next time, I want to thank Mitchell Damas, Mike Mitchell, for letting us use his office location
thank
for
you,
our
thank you,
taping,
thank
and he
you.
has been. So thanks for that, Mike.
It's our temporary studio. You're welcome.
Yeah, and I want to thank
Thank you, Berkshire Hathaway.
Walter Hooper of Hooper Marketing, always our esteemed producer, editor, sound man, video dude, sometimes good guy.
Michigan fan.
That's what I mean by sometimes good guy. But yeah, no, we love you, bro. And Mike, before we sign off, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, they got any real estate questions, or
Yes,
they
sir,
want to,
yes, sir.
they need to sell a home or something like that, how can they get a hold of you, sir?
Call or text Mike Mitchell 586-291-2652.
And for me, Dave Underwood, if you need any information, need help with getting a mortgage, or questions about your credit, call or text 248-219-3457. Until next time, folks, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.